Hi everyone, I am back, and I am ready to do some more Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD. Or I'm sorry, The Wind Waker HD. So here we are at Headstone Island at last. Or, I should say Headstone Island proper. You know, I did actually want to take care of this and the thing at the other place, but I couldn't. As much as I wanted to, I was lacking in time. By the way, can I just note here how Link looks when he's carrying these giant stone heads? They are so big and so heavy that he can't move. You can at least lift them, but you can't move with them. Well, doesn't that look kind of familiar? We've seen stuff like this in the Tower of the Gods. So this is for one of two of the 6 4-times songs. You learned the Earth God's lyric. O great hero, chosen by the Master Sword. My name is Laruto, not Naruto. I am a Zora sage. For an age, I offered my prayers here in the Earth Temple, praying that the power to repel evil would ever remain within the Master Sword. And yet, unfortunately, due to Ganondorf's evil designs, the Master Sword you hold has lost its power. After his defeat at the hands of the Hero of Time, Ganondorf was sealed away, but not for all time. He was revived, and he returned to Hyrule in a red wrath. He attacked this temple and stole my soul, knowing he had to remove the power contained in that enchanted blade. In order to return the power to repel evil to the Master Sword, you must find another to take my stead in this temple and ask the gods for their assistance. You must find the one who carries on my bloodline, the one who holds this sacred instrument. Nothing can stop the flow of time, or the passing of generations, but the fate carried within my bloodline endures the ravages of all the years. It survives. The song you just conducted is one that will open the eyes of the new sage, and awaken within that sage the melody that will carry our prayers to the gods. The door that blocks your way will only open when the sage plays that song. May the winds of fortune blow with you. And this right here obviously hints at the fate of the Zoras, because, as you know, Hyrule is meant to be sealed under the waves. If an aquatic race such as the Zoras existed, that wouldn't remain. So we can talk with the King of Red Lions, and his suspicion is indeed correct. So, Ganon's reach has extended to the very sages themselves. The hint that will help us find the new sage can be found in the shape of the instrument on the rock door. Does it not look familiar to you? Originally, no, it actually didn't. It took me a long time to actually figure out where I needed to go. And that's to Dragon Roost. One more time. So while I'm heading there and where I need to go, I might as well continue with what I was just saying. It's that the Zora, unfortunately, were not allowed to remain, as if an aquatic race continued to exist with the Great Sea, then Hyrule would have certainly been discovered. So to do this, the gods unfortunately forced the Rito to undergo a sort of change, which changed their fins to wings, and thus the Rito were born. And that's kind of it. It's a cruel fate for the Zora, but the gods really wanted to make sure that nothing of Hyrule was to remain. Oh, hey there, dude. I don't think I ever actually talked to this guy yet. He's talking about golden feathers. I have golden feathers. Could actually, put that somewhere else. You need 20 of these. So give him 20 golden feathers, and you'll be able to get yet another thing. I just wanted to take care of this. He gives you an orange rupee for it, but you do get a better reward later. And that's after we deal with the, well, as he says, he sends a letter. We will actually get a letter from that guy's girlfriend. Yeah. Had a little bit of a twitch there. I think get this whenever, but probably by the time I head down to where we need to go next, there'll be a letter for me, and I can just pick that up real quick. But this is where I wanted to go. I wanted to go see Medley. Gee, that looks familiar. I wonder why. She's even got the outfit of sorts, too. I mean, got the little banner there in front. Yeah, Prince Kamali's turned into a fine young adult, hasn't he? Recently, he's even begun doing things on his own, without my guidance. Every conversation still ends up centered around you, though, Oni-chan. Watching Prince Kamali grow up fills me with pride. Makes me a little sad as well. I wonder if this is how a mother feels. Oh, but listen to me go on. How weird I must sound. Well, I better continue practicing so I can be useful around here, too. Performing music like this is an important duty of an attendant. Except, you have a greater purpose. Hey, is that the Wind Waker? Wow. Oni-chan, will you conduct me? I wonder how I'll do. Alright, so play that Earth God's lyric for her. It's weird that a winged folk is actually the Earth Sage. It's really weird how this all goes. But there's also another thing I want to quickly bring up here, too. Just to kind of, I don't know. It's weird how this goes. You have to do the Earth Temple first. You can get both songs, and you can meet with both sages, but the problem is, they've actually made it so you absolutely have to do the Earth Temple first. I really don't know why. Because here's the thing. Both dungeon items that you get, you can't use in the other's dungeon. Like, you get the hookshot in the Wind Temple, but you don't use it ever in the Earth Temple. Whereas the Mirror Shield, which is what we're getting next in the Earth Temple, you can't use in the Wind Temple. I mean, its main mechanic isn't even there in the Wind Temple at all. In the Wind Temple, it's just a shield. So I really don't get why you can't do one or the other in any order. Why just the Earth Temple? If it was like a technical limitation for the Wind Waker on the GameCube, that maybe I can understand. But there's never been any real explanation, as far as I know, as to why you couldn't do the Wind Temple first. Because if that was the case, I would have actually went there and taken care of that, because I don't really use the Mirror Shield all that often. I barely even use a shield. as evidenced in my one little problem at Shark Island. Actually, speaking of that, how are you guys liking all the different effects and stuff I've been making now? You know, zooming in, maybe adding a couple things. I tried to add in that final zoom from Smash Ultimate, but with the movie studio, I can't do proper masking, so I had to make that work in a different way. So I chroma keyed it and took out the black from the final zoom, just so you could actually see it. I don't know. Thing is, I've tried using other softwares before. I tried using later versions of Movie Studio, but... Sorry, I just wanted to stop for a sec, because I like this little scene here. Kamali's there, and then this nice little rendition of Dragon Roost plays. I am also taking way too long doing this. Okay. We are done. Or so you think. I'm just gonna quickly change it to daytime, because I want to see if that letter shows up. Yeah, it's not wiggling, so I guess I gotta head out. I can check a mailbox somewhere else, but we need to head to Headstone Island, and to do that, we have to warp to Outset. So I'm just gonna quickly cut, and if there is mail, I'm gonna head there first, and if not, Headstone Island. Okay. So I checked, no wiggling mailbox, I don't know why. Because I think you're supposed to get a letter from that guy's girlfriend. But, oh well. By the way, I really like how Medley sits on the boat, because it really does feel like she's with you there. Medley, listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. The temple ahead is the nest of an evil creature. The same creature that stole the life of your predecessor, the sage. It is a dark and frightening place. That is why, if you do nothing else, then at least do this. If Oni-chan comes near you and presses ZR to call you, then be silent and follow closely behind him. And if Oni-chan presses A, allow him to lift you and if need be, fly and carry him through the air. And Oni-chan, if Medley gets stuck and cannot continue in the temple, use the Wind Waker to conduct the song you learned in the Tower of the Gods. Do you understand? Oni-chan, protect Medley, and Medley, protect Oni-chan. The power to repel evil shall surely be returned to the Master Soul. So, for the last 2 dungeons of the game, not counting, well, obviously, the Ganon's Tower. I don't know if I can consider Ganon's Tower as a final dungeon, because, I mean, it kind of is, but at the same time, it doesn't have a dungeon map or anything. But for the last 2 temples, that's a better way of putting it. All of them will require you to guide their respective sage through the temple, at least until you get to the boss. And then you're on your own. It's really interesting how this all works, and thankfully you don't have to worry too much about them. The sages can't die. So, if Medley takes a hit or anything, it's alright. It's just a scratch. At least to her. Here we go. Time for the Earth Temple! I wish I had started this a little sooner, but oh well. Just means the entirety of the next video will be the Earth Temple. And me finishing it. Now, coming in here, I honestly am not too much of a fan of the Earth Temple. Now, I think I remember right, you actually have to carry them through. At least I know you had to do that in the original Wind Waker. Hello! Get out of here. And I can ignore that, because, oh, I should probably, come over here and, get Medley. Come on, Medley, let's go. Yeah, great way to spend time with a girl is to take her through a dungeon. But then again, we've got our reasons for doing that. I step here. And then I use the command melody. I did it wrong. And the songs show up right in front of on the gamepad, like they show up right there. So I've got no excuse other than I just didn't look. Alright, so with Medley, she can fly. Well, actually, with our other stage 2, they both can fly. Medley's just bigger. And then with ZR, I cancel. And then you can die. No! I am not letting them. There's no way I'm gonna let these guys, get off. Now, if I didn't just screw myself, did I? I think I did. Because there's the new type of, chew here. So you do have to carry the sage through. Dang it! I was gonna use her to, deal with these guys, but now I gotta wait. So what I'm doing here is I gotta lure these dark chews to the light. And when I do, I just smash them. Alternatively, I can also use a skull hammer too, and that's kind of why I pulled it out. I have it in my inventory right now. They do have a lot of chew jelly. No, I didn't want that. I want the... Yeah. So I gotta quickly go back and get her, because I thought you could actually just guide her through. I thought that was a change they made for the Wind Waker HD, but I guess not. Alright, Madly, let's go. I really don't get why you can't just take her through when she's guiding. Like, why do you have to pick her up? Anyway, this is the reason why I wanted to bring her in, because, as you see there, her, lyre actually reflects light. And this is a mechanic that, we'll be using a lot of while we're in here. So whenever she's in the lights, you can get her to pull out her lyre and use it as a mirror. You can also use it on these, and it destroys them. There's no real reason to doing that here. Unless you want that. And there we go. There. At least that pot's open. And why am I taking care of that? I do not need to do that at all. Okay, what do we get in here? We get the dungeon map. Which, unfortunately, you guys will not be able to see because, once again, it's on the gamepad. I really don't get why we couldn't have a little HUD show up. A little part of the HUD show up with the mini-map. I don't get that. I know that was a thing in the original Wind Waker. Why couldn't they do that here? Right. Now you see right there, there's this eerie fog. You can get Medley to turn in the right direction and the fog disappears. That fog does not like light. Right. Now thankfully if you leave her, you can leave her like that. Huh, good thing I had the skull hammer out anyway. I got it for a couple reasons, but not... I had it out for a few reasons, to be honest. One for a specific type of enemy here. Oh, wait, no. More red bubbles. I do not like dealing with red bubbles. If you can't tell. Huh, okay. Something I can do here. I actually need to, I need to have Medley right there. I could come back and do this once I got the dungeon item, and... Well, actually, no. For, this one in particular, because this is a dungeon key, I believe. You need Medley to take care of this one. But, that room over there, the one with the bar that's covered by the bar door. Yes, we're already where I've already, explained that. Use the Wind Waker, guide her, she will, reveal the light. The next room coming up, you do need to weigh that down. You need to weigh that switch down, because it's one of those ones that, doesn't stay down. I'm gonna get her up here, because I need her somewhere safe. Smokey! And this is why. Floor Masters. Unfortunately, I think I actually have to have her out in order to, lure that guy out. There we go. I think it's just the one Floor Master. Yeah, if the Floor Master grabs your, party member, or your partner, I guess, then, they take that party member to a type of jail. In the Earth Temple, it's right up there. All you have to do is just command Medley with the Wind Waker and the command melody, and she'll fly right out. The Wind Temple is another story. Whoa. I didn't want her down there. I didn't want her down there. There. Yeah, she does get hurt from enemies, but again, it doesn't actually hurt her. Come on, buddy, come into the light. Come into the light. There we go. Yeah, the dark shoes. You need to weigh down the switches with them. Oh, of course. I gotta hurry this up, because, one of them's gonna... Ah! I knew it. Alright, I'm gonna drop you here. I should not be having this much trouble! There. That at least stunned them long enough. No! No, 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 no. Perfect! More weights. Oh my god, that was more trouble than it needed to be. Thankfully, I can just push this block now, and it creates a shortcut. But that's also how you actually open the door. Because believe me, that is super annoying to deal with. Just make sure you don't kill off all the dark chews. Or dark choo-choos, that's technically what they're... Inhuman reactions! Wow! I'm sorry, I couldn't help but quote that. Wow, this video is taking a while. Alright, Medley, your turn. This does get a little bit annoying using the command melody so much, but... Hey, I do like that your allies here are able to do things, too, instead of just you escorting them. I guess I don't have to do anything about that thing up there. But over here is another story. And then this, because we need to get rid of that. That's weighing down the block. Actually, I don't think I need Medley down here anymore, so I can bring her up here. She'll wait up there for me. Alright, let's move on. Anywho, Earth Temple. I mean, it's, well, full of bones and stuff. And it's creepy. I mean, this is kind of why I wanted this to go up on the 29th, and the next part of this to go up on the 31st, because it's Halloween. And it's a good thing I'm recording these early, because I would not be able to record on Halloween due to the fact that I have an MRI scheduled, and I can't freaking believe they did that! Sorry, I'm getting my personal life again. But yeah, I'm really upset that they scheduled an MRI on Halloween night for me. I know it's been a few years since I had my episode, but still, that hospital, they really don't know a lot of what they're doing, especially considering, again, it's Halloween night. I want to have some fun! Oh boy! Oh boy, oh boy, okay. Drop Medley, get out of there. Get away from them. No! Get away from me. There! Got it. New enemy! Pose. Pose are basically ghosts that you cannot do anything to while they're in the cloak of darkness. This is where Medley comes in to actually help you out in combat. Because in order to expose a Poe, and those things too, apparently, because I wasn't really paying attention to that. In order to deal with the Poe, you gotta shine light on them until they become tangible. There we go, that's the right word. Takes 2 hits to defeat them. Would probably take 4 hits with the hero's sword, but you don't have the hero's sword anymore by the time these are around. Now, I forget if you need Medley for what's coming up, but you know what? Just for the sake of making sure I don't have to come back for her, I'm just gonna take her into this next room. That room there with the locked door, I can't take her in because that's where the mini-boss is. I guess I didn't need to. Oh, I know this room. Another new enemy. Redeads. And that's the best way to beat them. Is when they make their shriek, make sure you're doing a jump attack while you're in the middle of that, because then your momentum doesn't stop. Otherwise, that happens. It at least takes one combo from the Master Sword. Oh, right, this is why. You come in here just to get the key, but I believe you also have to deal with the re-deads in order to escape, because the ladder's raised. Alright, let's try this again. No! 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 I don't want to get raped! It's tricky to land the timing for when you can do the jump attack. But, you know, at the very least, unlike in Ocarina of Time where you're frozen anyway, even if you're, like, if they make their shriek, you're frozen anyway. At least in this game, you don't have to worry about that if you're jumping. But if you don't do it right, then it's gonna be a problem. Oh, I never did get that treasure. Oh well, I can get it when I come out. Mini-boss time! Stalfos! Stalfos, they carry clubs. A good way of dealing with a Stalfos is to use a bomb, and that will blow their bodies apart. And then, Skull Hammer to instantly take care of them. Yes, they are weak to the Skull Hammer. Appropriate? I don't know. I just know that it takes almost 2 full combos with your sword in order to fell a Stalfos. It takes a little bit to destroy their bodies anyway if you're using the sword too. Wait. There we go! Bada swing! Oh boy! You rip-off. Okay, fine. You rip-off! You were using the hurricane spin. Anyway. Ah! I instinctively hit X when I'm supposed to be hitting Y. I don't know why I do that. I really don't know why I instinctively go for X. I just find that incredibly weird. Alright, dungeon item time! The model actually changes, too, when you get the Mirror Shield. Its shiny surface reflects beams of light. Hold ZR to shield, and use L to aim its reflection. And now we get to become really clever with the light reflection puzzles, because now we have 2 means of reflecting light. Link's newly found Mirror Shield, and Medley's Lyre. I say Lyre because that is technically what it is. I would say Harp, but again, that's kind of not right. Oh great, these guys are back. I am getting on a little bit in time, but I did cut. Let me just take care of... I was about to say, let me take care of this guy. You know one thing I haven't done yet? The Hurricane Spin! Oh crap, I got possessed. Yeah, the pose. What their main means of attacking is possessing you. And then I think afterwards they just disappear. I think that's it with the pose. Like, they possess you, they reverse your controls is what they do when you're possessed. And when that happens, well, I think they just leave. Okay, I need to find a good spot for her, because I need her to reflect properly. Otherwise, I won't be able to take care of that. Ooh, that was close. I don't know why I'm getting this. I think this is just a joy pendant or something. Yeah, it's just a joy pendant. Why did I come up here to get that? Ha! The Poe ran into the beam of light. Alright. So here's where things get a little, yeah. Don't worry, I'll, call her over in a sec. I'm just gonna take care of that. Now I'll get her. Oh, crap, I should have, Or... Oh, no, wait, I have to have her be the one to do it. There, perfect. Oh, right, if I'm too close, she'll, put it away. Dang it. I just want to make one little note about how the beams of light start. I mean, you see the screen shake just ever so slightly. Oh, it's just for rupees. Well, I do kind of need the rupees, because, I have to pay Tingle for the services. And then I have to buy that thing at, the Rockspire Isle ship. Ow. Alright, so I'm just gonna quickly take care of this, and then I'll, cut it here, because, this has already been a very long video, as it is. Get to shine there. That is a very creepy statue, I'll say that much. But then again, it kind of fits. Because, it's your temple. This place is basically like a crypt. Okay. Lit this place up. Not bad. Alright. So that's the, upper half of the Earth Temple. Actually... just real quick. I'm sorry, guys. I know I said I was gonna stop here. Don't you dare! I'm glad it at least takes one hit from the Master Sword to fell a red bubble. I'm at least glad for that. I was really hoping she'd, like, land right on the button. I just thought I'd take care of this real quick. And then once I do, I'll end it there. And when I do end it, I'll see you back in that, big room. I just want to take care of this real quick, because I believe this is a treasure chart. Or not. This was pointless. It was just a joy pendant. Okay, I'm upset. I'm done. I'll see you guys on Halloween when we continue the Earth Temple.